cancel culture is about canceling.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
Systematic bullying that's happening.
And they believe that
Cocaína.
But it's the wax that the Terminator X spun. Now they got me in a cell cause my records ain't sell. Cause a brother like me said, well,
it's born like this, immaculate conception. Not transform like this, perform like this, which yells you a new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your head. This that puts against the bed. This that I got realness, I just push, cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got bitches building in my DNA. I got gunk, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stopped Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stopped Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
We'll see who cancels who.
They want you to comply.
And then there were two. Just us.
I mean, I know you and I, David, have done streams before. I've been on your channels, videos.
Yeah.
I've been on my streams. But is this the first time it's been a Matt Binder and David Dole episode of the Leftist Mafia?
I think so. Unless there's been a time where we started like this and someone else joined later, which may happen again today. Because
right.
I think it's coming. We'll see.
Right.
But
so
yeah,
if people don't know,
yeah, we've had a few episodes like this on our show, but not Leftist Mafia.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't know, we kicked Mike and Lance and Rebecca.
They're
out
done.
of Leftist
They're out. They supported the U.S. hockey team. We're like, that's it. That's the last straw.
Right.
These Brady
right.
Kachuk fans no longer allowed.
I gotta say, I'm eating. What's the phrase? I'm eating crow. I was rooting for them just because it was a 46-year drought, and then look at the thanks we get for rooting for them. Big old slap in the face. Puck.
I mean, this was, by the way, you're kind of like you're lagging a bit, and now your face is frozen. So now it's just me. Now it's the David Dole show. You may need to leave and come back. I'm not sure. There, you're back now. But it's a little pixelated. We'll see. Anyways, what I was gonna say is this was to me totally predictable. Like I could have seen. Like I'm almost angry at myself for not like tweeting out beforehand like what was going to happen if the USA team won, because this like all of this is totally predictable. Bill Guerin is the GM of the U.S. hockey team, who's like a mega dipshit. A year ago during the Four Nations face-off, he was inviting Trump to the final, which that game
is that lost. The guy who's the Rangers coach?
No, Bill Guerin is the GM of the Minnesota Wild. Interestingly enough, which is the wrong time to be a pro mega guy in Minnesota.
Wait, so what was the Rangers coach's role? Because I knew he was wasn't he a coach or something?
The Rangers coach is the coach of the U.S. team, but I'm not sure his politics. Like I don't know, that doesn't really factor in for me. For me, it's more about Bill Guerin, and because he was the one that invited Kash Patel into the dressing room. So this ultimately is all it gets back to him. Like Bill Guerin is the patient zero of this entire story, because if Kash Patel was not invited to the dressing room, that would have never been a story. They likely probably still, I guess, would have went to the White House, though. This kind of visit usually happens at the end of a season, like, because usually it's about the Stanley Cup and the team goes to visit the White House after the Stanley Cup win. So that happens during the summer, but or I guess before the next season, whenever it happens. But it doesn't usually happen right in the middle of a season, right? Like when there's a game the next day. So the whole thing was so like, I don't even know where to start with this topic because there's so many like layers to this. To me, there's gradients as well in terms of. You are lagging a lot. You may need to come back. I don't know what you're saying. Do you hear what I'm saying? Your face is frozen on screen. It is you, right? It's not me. Let me look. Look at my stream. Yeah, it's you. It's definitely you. Do you hear me? Are you there? I don't mind hosting the stream alone. It's fine. I just don't know if I should keep talking or should wait for Binder to like come back in because I don't want to like continue a conversation that he could add to if he's not physically able to do it through the pixelation of his stream. But I'll just keep talking until Binder figures out what's going on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna kick him out, and then he will know to come back. There we go. That makes it easier. All right, now it's me. So as I was saying, until Binder comes back in, to me the whole thing was completely predictable because of Bill Guerin being the GM, and once Kash Patel was like the Kash Patel, he's such a fucking loser. Like I wish I would have said more when I was covering that video, that clip of Kash Patel in the dressing room. When I did a video on it this week, because as Trump's on the phone with the Team USA, Kash Patel's like, I got a boss, I'll do a boss. Like he's such a fucking loser. He's such a fucking loser, and it just what has animated me about this story this entire week is that I care about hockey. I watch hockey. I wouldn't say I admire these players, but I appreciate, the skill they offer. I appreciate what they do for a living. For them to lower themselves to the level of fucking losers like Kash Patel and Donald Trump is so incredibly disappointing. It is now a permanent stain on their records. Like people on there's a lot of anger online about it, but there's also people pushing back saying, "Oh, fake outrage." Like it's not even that like they can do whatever they want. But the thing is that it's they're fucking up their own careers. They're fucking up their own legacies. These are incredible players, especially people like, Austin Matthews, captain of the Maple Leafs. We're talking about the captain of the most popular, arguably, though I don't think it's even arguably, the most popular NHL franchise in the league, let alone a Canadian franchise. The captain of a Canadian franchise, the most popular franchise, going to the White House, shaking Trump's hand on the same day that more evidence comes out that Trump raped a child. Like, how is history going to look on? Like, I shouldn't even have to say history because it's obvious now. But to those that it's not obvious to, how do you think that looks in 10, 20 years? When we are hopefully out of this era, at some point, Trump is going to pass away because he's an old man. We're going to look back at this time, and we are going to associate all of these players with a adjudicated rapist, pedophile, fascist who had been threatening Canada's sovereignty his entire second term. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? And it's like the bar for me, like these players are obviously idiots. I don't think it's any secret that, look, this is my opinion, but I'm not sure how debatable it is. Out of any league, in my opinion, the dumbest athletes are in the NHL. And I think a lot of that has to do with how white the NHL is. We were talking about perspectives that are largely rich white men. Because of the fact that hockey is incredibly expensive, especially now, to get into, that you unless you're wealthy and largely serves a not just white audience, but like the league is largely white. That's not debatable. That limits the perspective that these people have. So there are certain people that I expected from the Tkachuks. We were talking pure Nepo babies. So in case you're not familiar with hockey, Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, their dad is Keith Tkachuk. He was in the NHL. So both these guys are in the NHL. The Hughes brothers, their mom was in women's hockey, Team USA. And she actually works for Team USA now. So for them to laugh at that sexist joke that Trump made about having to invite the women's team, like, it just, incredible layers of ignorance or misogyny on display. But you sort of expect it from people who are nepo babies. Even I'm not saying you excuse it, but you expect it. Austin Matthews, Leafs captain, American, but half Mexican, has at least partly lived in Canada for the past 10 or so years. You would assume he has a little more awareness of the. I'm just going off about this right now. You would assume Austin Matthews has a little more awareness about how this plays out, because as somebody who works in Canada as a Canadian not Canadian hockey player, but as the captain of a Canadian team, you would think you would understand at least a little bit more than maybe the at least Matthew Tkachuk, because Brady Tkachuk's also the captain of the Ottawa team, but at least a little bit more than maybe the Hughes brothers or whoever else. But and not to mention, Austin Matthews has an MLK quote tattooed on his body about how it's. I got to find the exact quote. It's about standing up in times of discomfort. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Out of anybody that should know better, it should have been him. Now, at least he didn't go to the State of the Union. At least he didn't appear on Fox News like the Tkachuks did, like I think the Hughes did. So, again, there are layers to this. I think what the Tkachuks did are way worse. I mean, those idiots are mega. So there's layers here. But still, you really did not have to meet Donald Trump when you see the women's team turn it down, when you see other teams of the past turn it, the Philadelphia Eagles turn it down, the Golden State Warriors turned it down, the U.S. women's soccer team, when they won the World Cup, they turned it down. All these, there's precedent for turning it down for the obvious reason that this guy is a piece of shit. And now he's at the peak of his piece of shit with all this Epstein shit, the same day that NPR investigation finds that he is that there's more evidence that the FBI have been hiding, tying him to sexual assault of a child. The same day that comes out, they go visit Donald Trump. Like there was no reason for this to happen. And now it is a permanent stain on their records for the rest of their lives. When people think about that game, the gold medal game, it's not just going to be about the gold medal game. They're going to think, oh yeah, that's when they met Trump. That's when they met that massive piece of shit, that pedophile, that adjudicated rapist, that guy who was threatening Canada for his entire second term. That's the guy that they went and met. Like that is on their record for the rest of their lives. So it's wild to me.
I'm upset that my internet went down just as we were having this discussion, because this is a discussion I wanted to be a part of, and it looks like you are.
But you can still we're not ending it. We're still.
Yeah, you're on fire right now. But yeah, I mean, I listen. I saw the Kash Patel stuff, and I was like, what are they supposed to do? The guy inserted himself in there. I saw the Trump call thing, and I'm like, what are they supposed to do? The president of the United States is calling. They just won. It's the thing that really, to me, was the thing that went over the line was the laughing at the joke from Trump about the women's team, especially when they were so supportive of them. The women's team was so supportive of the men's team, and the women's team were the dominant team. They are
a much more dominant team in the sport than the men's hockey team are. The women's U.S. team have won consistently against Canada. Like, it is a real competition between the two, and more recently the U.S. has really been dominating. Like, it's not even close. So yeah, it's to try to act like they're like, whatever. I guess I got to invite them too. It's not surprising for Trump to do that, but for the men there to laugh along with it, incredibly disappointing. And for them not to come out like immediately the next day when that video hit, immediately come out with a statement, apologizing, profusely apologizing, calling the women's team, like maybe they didn't call the women's team, but according to Brady Tkachuk was asked about that. He said no, he hasn't talked to them. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You haven't talked to them after you laughed at that joke? Like, at least personally, you didn't talk to them?
I mean, it's clear that all the quotes are now, all the interviews are coming out with the members of the women's team, and it's super clear that they thought that joke was very disrespectful to them. Yeah. I mean, these guys, like you said, this is just something that's gonna always taint their moment, and all they had to do was simply like say something, speak. Is the president of the United States? No one's saying like, for you to go like, how dare you, Mr. President? Interject and say like they were amazing, the women's team. They,
yeah, they could exactly.
Don't back
that would have
up
taken no effort at all.
Yeah, no one's asking you to be like, how dare you, Mr. Trump, while you're on the phone with the guy. But you should have been like, they were amazing. They should be there with us. In fact, we're not showing if they don't show. But they laughed along with him because at the end of the day, that's just,
that should have been like, you're right. That should have been the standard. Like, if the women team didn't show up, they shouldn't have shown up. Like that would have been the real way to apologize, to show solidarity with the members of the U.S. Women's hockey team. Is to if they're going to turn down, then we're not going to go either. Like that's how you show that.
What did they miss? What would they have missed? The McDonald's?
Big Macs, a table of Big Macs.
They didn't even get a seat at the State of the Union. They were brought in for the photo op for Trump for a couple of minutes, and then they were booted right out of the room.
Yeah, I want to be clear. Like, not so for the State of the Union, the whole team wasn't there. Like a lot at that point, I think I don't know, at least several of the team members had left. But yeah, that was the State of the Union is political propaganda. That is the point of it. For to allow yourself to co-opt your success to try and to bring some of your shine onto him, for you to whore yourself out like that and allow him to steal your spotlight for his own benefit. Like, how I get they're fucking stupid because they're hockey players, and unfortunately that's the reality with a lot of hockey players. They're just fucking stupid. But for people around them, agents, family, like managers, it's like no one else told them that you are being used by this man. And actually, in the case of, there are like 5 players who didn't go to the White House at all. 4 of them, their agent is from Minnesota, and I believe at least 3 of the players, or 4, or maybe all 4 of them are from Minnesota as well. Like in terms of like where they were born. So there's at least some awareness there from one of the agents that realized that, hey, this is a horrible idea, especially from where you're from. This is not going to look good on you now or into the future. But everyone else, completely oblivious? Especially those that work in Canada? Brady Tkachuk, Austin Matthews, captains of Canadian teams? You didn't think this might be a bad idea? Just unfucking believable. The complete
They keep saying, there's the ones who did show up. There's a whole bunch of them. Their constant quote is, "When did everything get so political?" And it's
when you invited when Kash Patel was in the fucking room with you when you talked with Donald Trump. Maybe that's when. Like that was Jack Hughes. Just airheads. Complete fucking airheads. It's amazing how stupid this shit. I'm just. It's amazing how much money and power you can have while being so fucking stupid.
They didn't even just show up for like the usual like Oval Office photo op that all these teams usually. Yeah, they were explicitly used for a political propaganda piece of political propaganda for the State of the Union address. They walked out and got their applause and had their segment in Trump's State of the Union minutes before Trump turns to the Democrats in the crowd and goes, "You should be ashamed of yourselves for not standing up." How did this get political? Because you guys inserted yourself into something that was clearly political. Listen, I like I said, there are so many things I would have looked past. The Kash Patel thing, I was like, what could they? It is what it is. The Trump call, of course, you're going to take the call from the president. If they just showed up for the Oval Office photo op, I wouldn't have liked it. But that's a traditional thing, no big deal, whatever. But they explicitly went above and beyond to make themselves political pawns by laughing at the joke about the women's hockey team, by going to the State of the Union for saying all the things they've been saying. They asked for it. They asked for this problem.
Yeah. Hello, Ariana.
Hey, sorry for coming late. I've literally been fighting for my life. I got the flu on the tail end of my trip in Brazil, and it's been I didn't know that they put cortisol in their flu medication out there, so I was taking their flu medication. I was like, I feel like $1,000,000. And then 3 people were like, you really need to check and see if there's cortisol in it, because if there's cortisol in it, you got to stop taking it. That's a stress hormone. It's basically going to kill you long term. I stopped taking it. Sure enough, it did have cortisol in it, and that's why I felt so great, because then I was out for like a whole week after. It's been a ride. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna be here for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna dip. But
no problem.
Oh, it's good to see. I mean, you don't have to even be here for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, if you don't feel well, you don't have to stay.
Feel free to leave.
Did you follow the hockey stuff at all, or what do you want to bring up? Because we can change the topic if you like.
No. I did. Of course, I followed the hockey stuff. I think I just kind of want to give like a woman's perspective, and I made this tweet, and it went super viral. I think the men's hockey team was really an example of why women don't trust men, because I think when men all get together, and there's 2 things involved, right? They all get some sort of clout. Now, this is more like on a national level, but if it's like a group of men who are seemingly somewhat attractive hanging out with each other, that's enough clout for it to get to their heads, right? But then also they get this like herd misogynistic mentality where they start doing gross shit altogether that's just very harmful towards women. And I think we see this a lot with frat houses. It's just whenever there's a lot of issues of sexual assault when it comes to soccer players. It's like a phenomenon with soccer teams where they all essentially together kind of herd mentality, treat women like shit. I just think it's a problem. It's a problem, right? And I think that the men's hockey team really portrayed that problem on such a full scale. I mean, you got the gold medal and you accepted an invite to the White House and you're eating fucking McDonald's, like, you loser. You know what I mean? You don't want anything, not even steak and fries, McDonald's, really? I mean, I don't know. The whole thing just kind of reeked loser from top to bottom. Yeah, but I also just think it's such a great display of just men being men when you put them all together and you give them some sort of like power, right? It was just gross, honestly, because there were more women that won medals in the Olympics representing America than men, and I didn't see Trump calling any of them or congratulating any of them. It was really just the men's hockey team.
Yeah, it's worth noting as well. Like, obviously, I'm Canadian, so maybe I'm biased, but if you actually, as a person that watches hockey all the time, if you actually watch that game, if the US team dominated, I would admit it. They didn't. Canada dominated that. They had like double the amount of shots the US team did. But it went to overtime because Hellebuck, their US goalie, is an amazing goalie. So it went to overtime, and their last shot went in. So they ended up winning that game. But like, to your point, I'm sure there were much more dominant American Olympians at the Olympics that would have been a better representation of what Trump wanted in terms of dominance, but I doubt any of them would have come. But he knows U.S. hockey players are the dumbest out of all the athletes, and they're going to accept the invite. So they came and were his political pawns. But it really is amazing, like, just how that all played out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this not surprising, right? But you would think of more than the ones that didn't go would have had that sort of idea of to not show up after everything that went on happened, and they didn't. But I guess that's part of the course. A lot of these guys, I mean, I know there was, like you said, a bunch of them that actually are MAGA supporters. It wasn't just like, oh, let's go to the president's because we won and we're invited. In fact, one of them I'm seeing is having to come out and distance himself from an AI video the White House made. Yeah. Did you bring that up when I was off resetting my internet?
I didn't mention the AI video yet.
So you want to mention? You probably have a better idea of. Well, I was just reading about it before.
See if I can find his reaction. But yeah. So the White House used him in an AI video where he makes some.
They made the video.
Canada.
We should really push the point that this wasn't like something that just like was out there. They made the video.
Here's the video. The White House, like, and they didn't have, the thing is, the White House didn't have to make a video. Like, you don't have to put words to this guy's mouth. Like, his brother, especially Matthew Kachuk, is absolutely fucking mega. Like, you didn't have to go this full way with, adding words to his face.
They could have put a phone in front of his face when he was there meeting the president and recorded him just saying how much he loves MAGA.
So I believe this is the AI video. I actually haven't watched the AI video yet, so I've just seen his reaction to it.
They booed our national anthem, so I had to come out and teach those maple syrup eating f***s a lesson. Canada, we own you, lil bro.
And then it's just, the rest is like Olympic footage, so I don't want to get pulled off of YouTube. But that's ridiculous. That was completely unnecessary. So now he's having to like do damage control because he's the captain of fucking Ottawa Senators.
That's the point I think I really wanted to, because that's like, these guys are so dumb. How are you going to be playing in the NHL where you probably know better than me, but am I wrong to say that more Canadians probably watch NHL than Americans?
I would think so.
Yeah. I mean, and so half the teams are from Canada to begin with, which means a ton of these American players are playing for Canadian teams. And I'm not even talking about the Olympic rivalry. That's fine. But you're supporting and doing photo ops with the president who's talking about taking over Canada. Yeah. I mean,
like, what do you did you not think this was coming? Like, so he had to, here's his reaction to it. Chuck addressed the video. It's not my voice. It's not what I was saying. I would never say that. That's not who I am.
I mean,
so he's denouncing it as he has to. He's again the Ottawa Senators captain. But like, it's, you put yourself in this position. Like, what did you expect? I wonder if it even bothers him. Like, I bet he's more bothered by the question than he is by the actual AI video, because these guys are fucking lugheads. So
without a doubt, they're really bothered that this is the thing. Like, they couldn't just do this without the scrutiny.
Out of any sport, hockey players complain the most about attention. Like, there's hockey players comment all the time. Oh, if you play in Toronto, you get so much. All the media in Toronto, all the media in Toronto. I never see people do MLB, baseball players complain about media in like New York City? Do NFL players complain about media in Dallas? Like, is this a thing in other sports? Because it's a massive fucking thing in hockey where everyone complains about Toronto. Whereas, like, do you understand what you're doing for a living? Do you understand why you make money? Do you understand how you get endorsement deals? Like, are you fucking stupid? These people nonstop complain about getting attention, getting asked questions. Out of more than any other sport, they're the biggest fucking whiners. Not to mention the dumbest people on earth. Like, it's just, it makes me so mad because I love the sport and I wish better for it. I wish there was a better culture. Hockey culture is terrible.
I mean, that's I think the thing. It probably is extra in hockey because, like you were mentioning before, again, I was reading through the comments to try to get an idea of what you already spoke about when I was offline.
How it's like all white people,
or it's the most like sport of privilege in terms of like you need to be very wealthy.
It's the combination of like a lot of white males and people that come from money, because hockey is a very expensive sport now. Like, the equipment is ridiculous. Like, I mean, goalie pads alone. If you're a goalie pads alone are like $8,000 for goalie pads. So it's insane. That's why so many hockey, like the Kachucks, Brady Kachuk, you just saw it, and his brother Matthew Kachuk. Their dad is Keith Kachuk. He was in the NHL. The Hughes brothers, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes. Their mom was in women's hockey. Like, I bet half the team, if you look it up, I bet like half of them have some connection to a family member being in hockey. Like,
why are there so
insane.
many brothers in hockey? I thought it was so weird. Like, every now and then you'll come across a pair of like siblings in other sports.
No, there's
but in hockey,
brothers
it feels like
in hockey.
It feels like there's no one who doesn't have a brother in hockey.
There's a lot of that. It's a lot of nepo babies, and like part of it is it's the combination of the wealth, so you're able to get the equipment because you can obviously afford it, and the combination of playing from like when you're 3 years old, and you're gonna have a leg up if you've been playing hockey your entire life. So with a pro, so there's that it's turned into this like elitist sport almost in terms of who actually is in, which is why I was mentioning, I think when you were gone, Austin Matthews to me is so disappointing because this is the captain of the Leafs. He is not a nepo baby. He's half Mexican. He has an MLK quote tattooed on his body. Like this guy,
really?
Out of anybody,
what quote?
I got to find the quote. I tweeted about it a while ago, but it's it's amazing because it's about standing up in times of discomfort. Like it is the most.
And he laughed during Trump's joke, didn't he?
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. This is the quote he has right here on his fucking body.
Oh my God.
And like just the complete unawareness of what that quote is about and what you've been doing this entire time. Not to mention during the Kaepernick stuff, like he didn't criticize Kaepernick, but he said he would never take a knee because it could offend the troops or whatever. Like, do you not understand? Kaepernick was living up to that quote while you were being a bitch. Like it's incredible to me the complete lack of awareness these people have.
When these guys use these quotes, they're always only thinking in sports terms. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's the thing. Like, he's not talking about standing up for like.
No, he's thinking about like training hard. Like,
yeah. That's all they think about because they're dumb. They're just that simple. They're dumb.
Yeah, I will say, as a girly who had her friends dating athletes in college, they're not the brightest of them all. Listen, if I was a skilled athlete, I probably wouldn't be reading books either. But I'm not trying to say all athletes are stupid, like obviously not, but usually when you have an athlete that's good looking and is good at their sport, they don't really there's not a lot of critical thinking there.
They exist, but they're like,
it's like uniforms. A dime a dozen though. It's not like
somebody brought up Ken Dryden in the comments. Ken Dryden is a Canadian hockey player who was also in government. Like he was a senator. Like this guy was brilliant. Like he played hockey for like 8 years, won like 5 cups, retired and got into politics. Like this is a brilliant individual, wrote books. Like, but those people are super. Doesn't really happen. Super rich.
I will say this phenomena of athletes being dumb when it comes to politics. I think it is mostly. I don't want to say solely, but mostly American athletes. Like, if you look at soccer teams all over the world, they are often very political. Their fan bases are very political. The athletes stand up for those things. And then here in the States, like the MLS, political signage is banned in stadiums here.
What sport are we talking about though? Because American football, I'm sorry, I fear they get so much CTE. Like I don't blame them.
I'm talking about soccer.
Okay, soccer. We're still negating the fact that a lot of these soccer teams globally have a lot of sexual assault problems. Like they sexually assault women a lot. Like this is an issue.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there's no issues whatsoever. I'm just saying when it comes to political unawareness in athletes, it seems to be mostly an American phenomenon.
But
guys, I don't know. I'm sorry, real quick. There's someone in the chat that keeps saying I take chorus money. I don't know why this conversation keeps.
Don't look at the chat for that. You're not feeling good. This is just the 3 of us today. Don't worry about that.
Don't fucking take chorus money. That's the last thing I'm going to say about it. I do not.
That's what I didn't know what you said. People are still.
Sorry, guys.
I think there's like people that I don't know follow people around and just like say the same shit for every appearance.
I wish I did. I want to travel more. You think I want to stay in America? We just had another blizzard. You think I want to stay here?
You should have learned your lesson. You went to Brazil and you got sick. You should never travel again.
But
anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to change this topic.
No. I mean, I do think it is just one heartening thing to look at this is that it actually became a thing. It would have been a horrible scenario if like no one cared or it wasn't a big deal, and that they laughed along with Trump when this went down. And
there's even some sports journalists calling out, half of them aren't, half of them think it's, why are people being so crazy about this? And the other half actually are like, no, there's a reason why people are outraged. They have good reason to be angry about this. So I've been surprised because a lot of my experience reading sports journalists they're just like stenographers. They just, they're very dumb. I shouldn't say dumb, but they don't really read into anything. They never get political, almost ever. So to see some of that awareness,
they live in their bubble.
And they enjoy, and I get it. Like, when I talk about video games, I don't want to get politically either. I want to sort of escape. But if you are doing it professionally, not like me, you have some responsibility, I would think, to try and dig a little deeper than just this person said this person said this. No, maybe understand why this is different than visiting Obama or even visiting Bush or even visiting Trump in 2016. Like, I'm not saying it was good back then, but there's like things have gotten. I don't think
you should have visited Bush post 2003 either.
No, but there's levels to this. Like Trump now, especially with Epstein and with all the stuff coming out now, and the stuff you said about Canada and this being hockey, like it's a different level than it was before. And I think having that awareness and that context, that nuance to the conversation as a sports journalist is incredibly important to have.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sports is very political. I mean, it's so funny to say that too, because for them to say that too, it's on the 46-year anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. What was the Miracle on Ice? Why was it so important to the country? Why was it such a big deal when the Team USA beat Russia in the Olympics 46 years ago? You don't think obviously the Russian hockey team is very good, and they were like going for their fourth or fifth medal and a gold medal in a row or something. But the political aspect of it was a huge reason why it transcended sports and was such a big deal that it became called the Miracle on Ice when the USA beat them.
Yeah. And now you're the bad guys. And this time the bad guys won. But I will say, that's why I even on social media, I even put out while the gold medal game was going on, I put out last year's game at the Four Nations. Even though it's not the Olympics obviously mean more generally. Canada winning against US last year in the Four Nations tournament, I thought mattered more, because that was the time when the rhetoric was really hot around Trump being anti-Canada, threatening Canada, Governor Trudeau, all that garbage. That's when that was like at its peak. I thought at that time it was really important for Canada to have that moral victory, that cultural victory. This game, maybe it's because of what I went through with the Blue Jays and that World Series, but I felt nothing when Canada lost. Like it was like, oh, that sucks. But I'm more bothered by what the U.S. team did after they won than Canada actually losing that game. Because Canada has won gold many times, but whatever, it's fine. We lose one. It's okay.
I was happy Team USA won, and like I said, I was fully expecting Trump to interject and want to get the photo op with them, and that was expected, the Oval Office picture. But that's not all we got. We got them shitting on the women's hockey team for no reason, and we got them coming out for the State of the Union, a very political event where Trump was shitting on all sorts of people. And that to me was where the line was crossed.
Yeah. Anyway, the title of this video is about Mamdani. I feel like I should bring up the Mamdani stuff, because
we should have actually titled it Olympics and Mamdani. I
may change the title when we get off.
Yeah, I knew the Olympics was going to be, because how do we not talk about it? That was just on Sunday, the game.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, this just. Yeah, I mean, this also just happened. I just figured part of it was like, there's been so much negativity. I thought, hey, this is like an interesting, fun story about Mamdani and what he did with Trump, and maybe that'll lighten the mood a little bit, as opposed to talking about dumb athletes. But
yeah, so let's talk about what happened with Mamdani today.
So this happened. I'm bringing this up here. Mamdani putting out, I had a productive meeting with Trump this afternoon. Looking forward to building more housing in New York City. And followed by this. just got off the phone with President Trump. In our meeting earlier, I shared my concerns about Columbia student Almina. I'm not sure how to say her last name. Is that Aga?
I'm gonna guess Aghaya Eva.
Aghayeva. It's Aghayeva.
Who was detained by ICE this morning. He has just informed me that she will be released imminently.
And from my understanding, she was a Columbia student who she was taken from inside the residential areas. And if I'm not mistaken, ICE gained access to the building by posing as NYPD and saying they were there for a missing persons case.
Yeah. Reportedly.
Because obviously if they showed up as ICE, the building could have just turned them down.
And
I don't know the details. I don't know the verified details. There's a lot of different stories going around about that, but she is from Azerbaijan and they did unlawfully take her. So those we can say definitively.
And following that up, there's reporting from AP showing this. So inside the latest Trump Mamdani meeting, last time the two met, Trump asked him to return with ideas to build big things. Mamdani came back with a massive housing proposal. Mamdani's team created mock headlines to show Trump how such a project would be received.
They made
That's what the
those.
image is
That's
about.
genius. That's genius.
So I'll show the image again. Mamdani pushed for release of the Columbia student, and then he gave Susie Wiles a list of 4 other students he wants help with, all targeted in pro-Palestinian protests. So Mamdani came to him with this, like, Trump to city, let's build. I guess compared to what do I assume was a previous headline from 40 years ago, Ford to city, drop dead.
He just stroked his ego. Like he literally just stroked Trump's ego. And a lot of these Democrats refuse to do that.
It's brilliant.
I'm actually dead. This worked. Like,
I mean, this is
simple, man. Like, that's all.
It's probably easier for a mayor to stroke his ego than maybe a senator or a congressman, because the policies that Mamdani has to get Trump to agree with are just things like housing and building housing and stuff, which is a lot easier than I'm sure like federal policy in terms of like immigration or the economy and stuff like that. But still, Mamdani knows what he needs to do. He doesn't hurt a inch of credibility with himself because he doesn't back down from anything that he already believes. Like he wants to build more housing. He needs to go through Trump to do that. And so what does he do? He strokes Trump's ego specifically on the housing thing to get that. No one gets hurt. No one, it's just going to help people at the end of the day. And he's very smart for playing that up. I saw those newspaper headlines and I was wondering where they were from, like who made the Trump one. And the idea that knowing that Mamdani's team made those is genius. Yeah. And you can look at Trump looks legitimately
he loves it. Look at him.
Yeah, that man's smiling ear to ear.
The greatest thing he's ever seen.
I mean, there's other Democrat mayors. It's interesting because after Mamdani's first meeting with I've been following Mamdani very closely. After his first meeting with Trump, there were a couple of Democrat mayors that came out and they were like, we would never, like, basically, meet with Trump and sit face to face with Trump and things like that. They were kind of like dissing Mamdani. They were like, that's not something we would do, especially the other mayors who have gotten a lot of shit from Trump. Like, I believe the Boston mayor was one of them who said this. But I just feel like Mamdani is a good politician. Like he's doing what he has to do for his city. And if that means, sucking on Trump for like half a day with some like fake graphics.
I wouldn't even say he's doing that though.
But he's not doing that. Yeah. Because he's also getting what he wants too. Like it's not like
but a part of it is sucking up to Trump. Like, come on, let's be so for real. I love Mamdani. I love Mamdani. I do. I love everything he's doing.
I think there's a way to stroke someone's ego where it doesn't come off like sucking up, and I think he's doing that.
It's also different than like a hockey, like we were talking about hockey players meeting Trump. Like it's if Brady Kachuk and Austin Matthews met with Trump, and now there's new housing initiatives, and and there's people being released from ICE. That's a different conversation than the conversation that we had. Like when you're a mayor, I feel like it's a different thing because you can actually accomplish something. If you can do that. Now, if you're going
Also,
there, nothing gets done, and all you're doing is laundering his reputation. That's a different conversation. But
He's
if you're
using
someone
his
who's like
pa-
Mamdani and can actually accomplish something with him for the betterment of people, again, who cares about him? The betterment of actual people. Then I think it's a positive.
Right. He's using the power he has too. Like he's like Mamdani knows that he's popular. Like Mamdani's popular, and Trump is a real estate guy to his, all the things he is at his core. He's a real estate guy. So building, and he loves New York City, even though New York City hates him. So building in New York is a very appealing thing to Trump. And so he's using these things that he knows that he holds the upper hand with to get what he wants with Trump. It's the same thing like if the fucking goalie of the USA hockey team or the guy who scored the winning goal of the USA hockey team, you can't have the celebration with either of those two guys. They had all the power right there. They could have easily told Trump, like, nah, don't say that about the women's team. They were great. Say they were great. And they didn't use that. Like, and what would Trump have said? Trump was going to argue with the goalie and the guy who scored the winning goal, the two MVPs of the game that got USA the gold medal. No, he would grovel to them because in that situation, they're the cool ones. They hold the cards, but they didn't do that. Some people just don't know how to do that. They just grovel. Like to me, that's groveling is what Team USA did with Trump. Mamdani didn't do that.
I think I should have used like better wording to portray what I was thinking, but like at the end of the day, he is doing something that other Democrat elected politicians, mayor or not, federal politicians or not, are not willing to do, period. Right. And a part of that is, like showing him pictures of him being successful in New York City. Like there are some politicians you could threaten to run them over with a truck and they wouldn't do it, even if it meant that they would get housing in New York City. Like he is to a certain extent placating to Trump's ego. And like, I get it. I'm here for it. I love that he's doing that. I love that he's doing it for the betterment of the people. But a part of it is placating to his ego. Like we do have to agree. Like that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think
the area we disagree is probably, you probably think I think you even said that's not the term you'd want to use thinking about it. I think sucking up is a little bit different. Like it's one of those things where the wording is similar, but you would not use it for a specific, because it means something a little bit different. Like to me, sucking up would be like brown nosing. You know what I mean? And Mamdani's clearly not doing that, but I would agree that he's placating his ego.
No,
to me, those are two similar but distinct things.
Right. And I think I should have worded it better, and that's on me. But like for example, Nicki Minaj is sucking up to Donald Trump, right?
She without a doubt is, yeah.
Whatever,
she's groveling at his feet.
But it's like, but here's the thing, though, and I think this is the difference between Zohran Mamdani and other politicians. I think the art of being a politician has been lost in America, and what I mean by that is having someone listen. My favorite war criminal is Obama. Don't come at me. I know he has a lot of flaws. Let me just say my point. I just like my point with this is that like one thing about Obama, he could walk into a room, did not matter if you didn't like him or not. He could strike up a conversation with you and still have that conversation with you for a couple of minutes without you both walking away in disgust and just saying like, oh, he didn't like me. He didn't, right? That's the art of being a politician, in my opinion, right? A good politician is someone who can sit in a room and be across their worst enemy and be able to have a conversation and get shit done. And the art of being a politician in America has been completely lost. And I think that's largely due to Trump and Trump polarizing politics in such an extreme way. But I think Mamdani kind of came in and he is bringing back the art of being a politician, which means, again, being able to sit across someone, no matter how heinous or how much you may disagree with them, and still get shit done. Shit that you promised during your campaign, shit that got you elected, right? And I think that's like what puts Mamdani different than any other politician right now who's in the game, because he knows the art of being a politician. He's playing all the cards that he needs to play in order to deliver on his campaign promises. And I think that's really, the difference between him and other politicians. I think people should learn from him. I mean, that's a true politician, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hit the hour. Should we get to super chats now? Because I'm getting
want to
tired.
go first, David? Because I know you're always ready
the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, do people know we're doing a slightly shorter show?
Oh yeah. Week? Well, I told my chat. I didn't tell everybody. Yeah, it's just a slightly
shorter show. Well, we by the time we get through the super chats, it'll be another probably like half an hour.
I'll stay here for at least my super chats. We'll see about how many Binder got. I'm not sure about that. Are you or are you not feeling well?
You all right?
Okay, let me let's just go in order for now, and then when I start to feel like I gotta get off, I'll just run through mine. I don't know who this is for.
Not for me.
Right? Yeah, I guess I forgot to point out that I'm also streaming on Mike's account as well.
Oh, right. So some of these are probably from Mike. Oh, let's just read straight. Let's go straight down the whole thing.
Yeah, let's go straight down.
Let's take turns reading. They don't have to be for us or whatever. Just read them.
Great point.
King of the Viltrumites with a super chat. What are the odds that Jeffrey Epstein had a hand in the Patriot Act being passed and creating NSA spying, DHS, ICE, TSA, and other forms of surveillance? Listen, I don't like the idea of, and I see people are running with this because Epstein had a lot of thoughts on a lot of things in those documents, in the files. But I don't like the idea of everything bad that ever happened in the United States was, Jeffrey Epstein pulling the strings. There's a lot of bad people here who do a lot of bad things and run a lot of bad things. And I think,
yeah, it also kind of like eliminates agency. It's just like, it was all this guy. Like, no, there's a systemic issue here. It isn't. Yeah. It's not just Epstein.
Yeah,
there's more.
I don't think he was an all powerful. I think also I think a lot of times what people are confusing for him having a say in something is him just spouting off an opinion.
Yeah,
he talks a lot in those, at least the ones I saw, those files. And not always to the people who you would be speaking to get something done. He just spouts off about shit. A day in forever with a super chat. $10 super chat. NSPM7 conspiracy went to run for something meeting in South Carolina. 2 attendees, coder and neuroscientist, hacked my phone during meeting. Phone shows 2 megabits of data on an unused app. Then got pulled over first time in 6 years. What? I have no idea.
And why is it in quotes? Are you quoting somebody else?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm confused by that. Looney Tunes, thank you for your super chat. Says, here you go, David. You deserve this. I really wanted Team Canada to win the Olympics. Thank you so much. That $4.99 has solved everything. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ant Smasher Jack became a YouTube member for someone. I don't know if definitely not me. I'm looking at my.
I don't think it's me either.
Yeah, maybe Mike. The next one is for me. Looney Tunes 9000. Let's face it. The State of the Union was a total joke. It was a total joke. It was way too long. Obviously, I did watch it.
I can't.
I didn't watch it on. No, I didn't watch it on stream. I did watch it just on my couch.
This is the first time I'm like, I can't listen to this guy for 2 hours.
Same. I usually want to do it on the stream, but then I was like, he's gonna go on forever. We're not going to be able to get any points across over him. And then there's not going to be enough time to do any analysis afterwards. Yeah. And he was going to turn into a shit show. I will say, and I knew journalists were going to do this, and I knew they were going to be so stupid for saying it. And it definitely is what happened. But, I would say for like the first 10 minutes, it was like a standard speech. I don't want to say State of the Union, but it was like a standard. He wasn't going for 10 minutes. He wasn't absolutely crazy. It was sort of just like him running through, like, State of the Union is strong, all that stuff. And then he started to get, as expected, super unhinged. But within that first 10-minute time frame, the number of journalists, like at the New York Times and stuff, that I saw saying like, Trump with a very presidential speech so far. Oh, a very reserved speech for Trump so far. It's like, what do you had to know. Eventually he was going to go. He can't.
Did you see John Kasich's tweet before his speech? With like,
no.
I hope Donald Trump does unity. Like, I hope Donald Trump strives for unity today in his speech. It's like, what the fuck? We're 10 years into this, moron. Like, what are you doing? Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just, I don't even know. People don't learn. This is not me.
Oh, it's the second half of the first one, unless the first one was for Mike.
I tried to message you on. Dan Forever says, I tried to message you on TikTok about this conspiracy. I have receipts of spies. Clyburn Fellows controlled opposition. He responded to receipts with threat of police. RFS ignored my email. I don't know who did you message on TikTok? I'm not on TikTok, so it definitely wasn't me. I don't know. Tokyo Hans gifted 5 membership super chats. Thank you so much, Tokyo Hans.
Cartoon 49, thoughts on Paramount buying Warner Brothers? Well, I just so happen to have this ready. So Netflix, I guess, dropped their bid for Warner Brothers, or so Paramount is now, I guess, as it currently sits, set to win the bid. And here are the assets that they're expected to own altogether. I'm not. Should I read it all? I'll be here all day. But like all these networks,
CBS,
all these film,
CNN,
right? Like HBO alone is like everything else. Like DC, Adult Swim, MTV, CNN, CBS, like film rights, Star Trek, Gremlins, Beetlejuice, DC Comics, Tom and Jerry, Harry Potter. Like, oh my God. Like, whatever happened to, cracking down on monopolies? Like, like, what is this? Why is this allowed? This is insane. I mean, I know why it's allowed now, but generally, even before Trump, why was it like? Why did it get to this point?
I see a lot of speculation that Netflix will swoop in a couple of years and buy it all, because there's no way Paramount can be successful here, because apparently they're overpaying by so much, and they're going into massive amounts of debt to actually acquire Warner Brothers, and it's almost impossible that they'll be able to make it back, or pay off their debts. So Netflix will buy everything in a fire sale, which is also bad though.
Yeah, it's not good either way. I don't want any one company owning all this shit.
I know a lot of people were rooting for Netflix over Paramount. I get that sort of scenario or feeling, but at the same time, both scenarios, one might be slightly better, I guess, but both scenarios are bad.
Yeah.
Because it's just a consolidation of an industry. I mean, who is the competition when you look at the state of things when these companies combine? I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Disney is already a monster in and of itself.
Yeah.
So what? Disney, Netflix, Paramount. What else? What else is even left?
I don't know. Bay Photo. Thank you for your super chat. Says Cash Patel is just Drake sitting in with the University of Kentucky basketball team meme. That's what I thought of immediately when I saw Cash Patel in that room. It's just like, bro thinks he's on the team. Like what is this? But then the video came out after of fucking Matthew Kachuk putting the gold medal on him. Like it's just like, oh my God, they really embraced this idiot. Like oh God. It's even worse than I initially thought. So yeah, it's not quite that, because the team actually truly embraced him as if he was one of their own.
Oh. All right.
Me again.
Not from
Mr. Rabbit. Thank you for your $10 super chat. Shame that Canada lost, but here's the karma. The men got cold McDonald's at the White House from Trump, while the women got gourmet from Stanley Tucci in Milan. You can win gold and still be a loser. Who knew? Yeah, I got to say, silver has never felt so good. I would much rather Canada have, I mean, obviously I want them to have the gold, but in terms of the situation that each team is in, there's no controversy around the Canadian players right now.
Cy Abelman with a super chat for me. Hope your pop is doing a bit better, Matt, and you guys are getting to spend some time together. We're pulling for you, Mr. Binder. I really appreciate that, Cy Abelman. My dad is doing better today when I saw him than he's been doing previously. He's out of the hospital again and back in a rehab facility doing a physical therapy. Just taking it one day at a time. But he's doing good today, so I appreciate the kind words.
I did not know about any of this. It's good to hear he's doing better.
Oh yeah, well, I mentioned previously a couple months ago that he's fighting cancer. So it's been as people, I think some people were sharing their own experiences, but some people even in our chat having that same fight. There's good days and bad days and everything in between while you're doing this. So it swings one way and then swings wildly the other way in short periods of time. So I just appreciate all the thoughts, and my dad might be watching right now. He's feeling well enough today where I think he said he was watching. So
nice.
He can see that a lot of people are pulling for him and have him in his thoughts. So I appreciate it, everyone.
Absolutely.
Old Man Philly. Oh, who's that for? I don't even know.
Old Man Philly. Welcome back. U.S. men's hockey. U.S. men's hockey is why women choose.
Oh, that's for me. Yes, that's so true. It's why we choose the Bear. Thank you so much, Old Man Philly. Appreciate you for the $5. Looney Tunes. Hope the trip was well. I've won my dosing case. The suspect has paid the fine and is in jail for about 20. Okay. Oh, doxing. Okay. I'm so glad you won. That makes me really happy. Thank you so much for the $5. Also, guys, I still have this cough, so please bear with me if I do cough. Omega Shenron Dragon, thank you so much for the $5. It's why I only call men a B, because there's a lot of cowardly bootlicking men who don't use their power for good, like the hockey team and conservatives. Isn't it crazy that you were raised with so much privilege, assuming that you just you play hockey, you were probably in some prep school, you're a white man, and yet you still decide to use your privilege for just squandered privilege, man. I'm telling you, if I was a white man, I would be the dictator of a small island or something. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it's total privilege squandered, I fear.
It's giving up your glory to that. Why?
No, actually, imagine you want to talk about the gold medal you won 30 years from now, and you have to talk about how you celebrated it with Cash Patel.
Yep.
Yep. Right now it's about cool, but in 30 years, people are going to be like, why? Why did you do that?
Yep.
Anyways, T Mike, thank you so much for the $5. I just started using Instagram, and I've been enjoying your posts. Thank you. I am so close to hitting 300,000, and I've been 2,000 followers away from it for a month now. It's actually been pissing me off. I feel like it's the universe teaching me patience, but thank you. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, definitely do so. I post there a lot. Bay Photo, thank you so much for the $5. Team USA men's hockey are chuds. Meanwhile, Oakland is hella proud of Alyssa Liu. Yes, she's from the Bay Area. We love her. Her story
she was cool. She was cool.
Yeah.
Talk about someone who is really good at what they do and just oozes charisma and confidence. She is. I was impressed. I'm not a figure skating person. I just not something that's my thing. And I was like, damn, she's good. Really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. Thank you so much for the $40. Oh my god, Tempest, a slime dragon, thank you so much. Hopefully I do feel better soon. Hey Kowalski, thank you so much for the $10. It looks like I might have lost the sunburn bet. You did. He was convinced I was gonna get a sunburn in Brazil. I was like, I've literally never gotten a sunburn in my life, but okay. Donation for a cup of coffee, maybe herbal tea. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, my donations are all from choirs. I got hands on their bitcoins. Oh, did you mean chorus? Is that what you meant, Kowalski?
Messing with you.
Thank you so much. So I appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. Chris, remember to boycott Scream 7, Justice for Melissa. Yes, so Scream 7 is coming out. They completely dumped Melissa Barrera after she spoke out for Palestine, and then another actress left right after Melissa Barrera. I want to say it was I forgot her name. She's like the little tiny girl.
The girl who plays Wednesday.
Yes, but I'm blanking on her name for some reason.
I'm having a blank.
Jenna Ortega. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Jenna Ortega left in solidarity. So don't watch Scream 7, guys. They're also doing a lot of creator promos. I've seen a lot of my creator mutuals doing paid promos for it. So
I haven't watched Scream since like what was her name? Courtney Cox. Was she in that? I feel like
Courtney Cox.
She was in that those
like, what's his face?
Like 1 or 2.
David Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette. He was in it too. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be easy to boycott for me.
Yeah, Looney Tunes, thank you for the $5. There was once a happy couple named Kowalski and Ariana. They met in Nebraska. Ariana fell in love and they got married. That's a crazy bit, honestly. I don't even know if I believe in marriage, but yes, let's speak it to existence. I'm just kidding. Jacob Harkey, thank you so much for the $5. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. It was my birthday a couple days ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, I did say that on the Twitter message. I forgot.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was my birthday. I'm weird. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't like to talk about my birthday. I'm just not really a birthday girl. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for all of your happy birthday wishes. Tigwig, just here to support. Thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate you. Robert, thank you so much for sending 20 gift memberships to my chat. I really appreciate you. That means so much. Thank you so much. You guys are literally paying for my groceries. I appreciate you.
Are you unchecking these as you go through it? Because I
am now. Well, hers are all have the link on it, so it's easy to find them. So I can go back later and.
JHLFSC, make no mistake, Mamdani is not doing anything other than Dem mayors should be doing. It's 100% because Trump loves him, because he's handsome, popular, and he's at NYC. I will say I do think a part of the reason why Mamdani has been so successful is also because he's a man. I feel like if he was a brown woman, that would have been significantly harder to do. I just don't think Trump is as receptive to women. Unless, like, the woman has to really be gawking for him in order for him to, like, be receptive. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Robert, thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate you. Happy belated birthday, Free Palestine. I agree. Thank you so much. Thoughts on the BAFTA controversy with Tourette's? Oh, God. Guys, I'm not from the Black community, so I feel like my opinion should be in the back burner. I don't want to speak for a community who has been so viscerally hurt by a word that has been historically used to subjugate them in such ways.
You're right. I don't remember their names, but I saw them being shared around. There are some takes from Black creators who also have Tourette's, who were, sharing their experience as, members of both communities. And I think those were interesting and good takes to listen to, regardless of whatever your feeling is on that.
Yeah, I will say I do think it was absolutely insane that BAFTA, they decided to censor Free Palestine, but not the N-word. I do think that was a really
we can speak on how insane it is that they would do that. Yes,
I'll speak on that part. Like, that was weird as fuck. I'm sorry. You're gonna censor Free Palestine, but not the N-word. Like, okay. But honestly, like, if a Black person tells me I was very hurt by someone saying the N-word so fragrantly, while 2 Black men were standing on the stage, like, who the fuck am I to tell them how to feel? Like, your feelings are very valid. But I don't think my opinion should be asked for or highlighted in this scenario. I'm not Black, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Black folks should be taking the center of that conversation. So I will respectfully recuse myself from that.
The thing where they could have edited it out and didn't is insane. And the fact that we're hearing all the things they did edit out, Free Palestine was just one of them. There was other. I think someone edited out. Someone said something about Trump, and they edited that out. Like, the idea that you would edit out all these things and not edit out that word. I mean, insane.
Yeah, I do think going beyond that, BAFTA was really foul with how they dealt with it. I could say that confidently for sure.
I don't know who this is for, but it's $50 super chat.
Let me see. It might be for Mike. I don't know. Yeah.
Tim Sim. $50 super chat says Paramount has won the bid for WB with Netflix not counter offering. There goes DC Comics, bold visions for WB movies. John Oliver's CNN in the future of one of the major cultural icons in our lifetimes, and HBO plus massive layoffs, super dark timeline. I will say I wouldn't assume all these things are changing immediately. Like there's still, Jimmy Kimmel is still existing. Colbert. Like I don't know. There's
Colbert is not
in general still exists
soon.
Yeah,
I will say this: if
they've obviously tried.
if something is making massive amounts of money, they're not going to fuck with it. I think South Park is a good example where they paid them like $1 billion and they still let them do these things because they had to have known when they signed that contract that South Park was going to push the boundaries of what they could do. So
yeah,
I think if something's not broken and making them a lot of money, they're not going to fuck with it or not fuck with it too much.
What is this about? I shit you not again. Hi, David. How's your centrist Mafia podcast going with the Cuomo brothers? Have you had Stephen A. Smith or Pete Buttigieg as a guest? Is this like a running joke that I'm not aware of? That
I don't even know
on when I'm not here.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think that's funny. It's going well, I suppose. I don't know what this is in reference to, but I appreciate the super chat. Jeremy, thank you for $20 super chat. Oh my goodness, this is according to the chat on my screen, the number one chatter. So, Jeremy, thank you. Bernie has had Medicare for All bill written for years, and my Senate candidate is openly in favor of signing it. Is there anything that's stopping future potential political candidates from pre-writing the codification of Roe v. Wade? I just think people are kind of, everything's on fire. I just feel like it's just like it would be an interesting time to present things that have absolutely no shot at right now going anywhere. But I understand the idea. Wait, is this the right? No, this is the follow-up. This is the follow-up. Jeremy says, if a group of progressives were to individually pre-write unique laws to shift the Overton window like Bernie did in 2016, other progressives could campaign in advance to support each of the other bills. I feel like those, like you mentioned, Medicare for All already exist. I don't think you need to pre-write. Like in terms of campaigning, people aren't going to be like, oh, there's a bill. Okay, well, now I support what you're fighting for because there's already a bill that exists for it. I don't think that matters at all. I think it just matters what you are actually fighting for. And it doesn't matter to the voter if it already exists on paper or not, because it can just exist, in a month after. Like, it doesn't need to be there immediately for people to be convinced of it. For me? Yes, it is. JD Murderman, thank you for your super chat. Very generous $20 super chat. Says the women's team is invited too. Response from men's team. F yeah. How hard is that? Ass hats. I mean, some of them, one person at least in the room said, of course. Like that was the reaction to invite him. But then Trump made his sexist joke and they all laughed. So I think that kind of negated the of course. But again, it's not even just about just the reaction. It's also about how they reacted afterwards. They should have stood in solidarity with the women's team, not go to the White House along with them because they declined. They should have apologized immediately, both privately and publicly. Like it was the whole, like there was basically no response until like a couple days later when media was asking about it. They should have preemptively come out and acknowledged it and were embarrassed by it, and they didn't do that.
Right.
Here.
N Starks 007 with a super chat. The viral video of that 65-year-old woman calling into C-SPAN broke me today. If you haven't heard it, look it up, but be ready to have your day ruined. Good night. Wait, what? I don't even know what.
I don't want to have my day ruined, so I'm sorry.
What do I look up though? C-SPAN.
I'm not in the mood.
Paul.
Not in the mood to have my day
65-year-old.
ruined. Didn't sell me on the video personally.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. I'll have to look it up later. This is not for me, but T Mike says, oh wait, this one is for me. T Mike, TM Mike, 1980 with a super chat. Thank you. Well, thank you, TM Mike. This one, $50 for who? Not for me.
Mike's getting them all. Not even
He's
here.
not even here. He's not even here. He's not even here. What's the point? Why
I'm going to request all of this back
show
from
up?
him. Tim, should I even read this? Tim L. Slim, at this point, the only major studio cornerstone left untouched with some hope is Disney, and heck, even they are not clean, with some capitulations to liberals, conservatives, and pro-Israel, along with them recently struggling to make profits. I mean, they're all corporate. Like the issue is that none of this shit should all be owned by like 3 companies. Like that's ultimately that's what it comes down to. There needs to be some serious antitrust.
Old man in Philly with a super chat. Did you
this isn't for me. Old man in Philly with a super chat. Amidst all the righteous anger about Nepo baby brain damaged hockey players, at least we can take solace knowing Polyev is still a schmuck. Yeah. I did a video this week. If you haven't watched it, you should all in the chat check it out. Polyev basically doing like mega healthcare. He has this whole video complaining about how people who are asylum seekers who aren't even yet granted asylum are getting healthcare. And it's like, you look it up, it's like 24 people a year, like out of 41 million Canadians. Like, this is the problem that we have, is that asylum seekers are getting healthcare. No, the problem is we need more doctors. We need a serious focus on building up our public system. And again, healthcare here is done provincially, like it's administered provincially. There's health transfers in terms of money to the provinces, but it's administered provincially. And anyways, I do a whole breakdown of the video, but the idea that asylum seekers are the problem is just ridiculous. This is also for me. Donna Monroe, thank you for your $10 super chat. Says I was working out at a walking track attached to a gym for a few months, and the youth hockey boys creep me out. Yeah. I walked by somebody outside of a hockey rink, and it was actually a woman, and big Blue Lives Matter shirt, and carrying her hockey bag, and it's just like the culture. Like, I'm not saying it's all women as well, but like there's a culture around hockey that is just very conservative, and the NHL has been trying to address it. Like, they've been trying to do gay rights reach out and that kind of stuff, like pride days and stuff. But it's just it has to start a lot deeper than that. Like, there's been a long history of misogyny.
Gotta also be the least
hazing,
diverse of all
homophobia.
sports, right? I mean, it's mostly white guys, right?
Yeah, that's obviously part of the problem.
Like, baseball is pretty conservative too, but at least it's a bit more diverse. So you get
it's more diverse.
Old man in Philly with a super chat for me. Did you see that DSA officially reached the 100,000 mark in membership? In the shitstorm that is America, at least there's that good news. Yeah, that's great news. Tropical Ding Dong with a super chat about the fake headlines. Mamdani understands the kayfabe of it. Mamdani is using Trump's strong ego to manipulate him to the outcome he wants. Yeah, absolutely. I think that I fully agree. Not for me.
Julio, thank you for your super chat. Says, so y'all are saying Kim Kardashian has better political instincts than most Democrats. What's that in reference to?
She might, honestly.
I mean, I don't know what I don't follow her at all. Like, I have no idea what her politics would be. I would assume they're conservative, but probably not MAGA, but I have no idea.
Not for me either.
Mike's getting all the big super chats. V-Man.
Jeez.
Puerto Rico's mega pro-statehood governor Jennifer Gonzalez is blocking Bad Bunny from filming a movie in Puerto Rico about the independence movement. A movie based in morality doesn't need to suppress history. Weird.
Troy Mosen, 8975 with $10 super chat. Thoughts on Netflix abandoning the Warner Brothers deal, which is opening up Ellison, taking it over and tainting CNN, possibly making it more pro-Trump administration? We did just mention that from another question. I think we said, I mean, if you want to specifically, I could specifically say something about CNN. Honestly, has CNN been some sort of bastion of democracy, or I mean, they're already pretty conservative on a lot of things. Yeah. Tigwick plays games says just
that's for you.
with $20 super chat.
No, this one's for me. Just here to support.
Oh,
Thank
he
you.
gave me the same. He gave me the same.
Oh, there's two of them. Awesome. Yeah, there is. There's very generous. Thank you so much. There for you.
I'll read this one. It's not for me, but 180K Chan with the super chat. Are there anything in the past that you look back now differently due to the Epstein file speculation?
Yes.
Or more than likely true? I think I wasn't a big Epstein didn't kill himself person. But I think that's totally a possibility now, honestly.
No, we need to talk about the beauty standards that women my age grew up with, because the 00, that Hollister and American Eagle and Abercrombie was trying to push on us, the sizing, the glitter, and the hypersexualization of girls with Pink and Victoria's Secret, that was all rooted in Epstein and the files. The person who created how malls were, the phenomenon of malls in America, the people who were running Pink, Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, they were all in the Epstein files. They were all people who were sexually attracted to pedophiles. They were all people who were sexually attracted to children, to little girls, right? And so a lot of the beauty standards that I grew up with, right, the prepubescent type of skinny that they expected us to be, the Victoria's Secret model runway bullshit, right? All of that was literally all rooted in pedophilia, and all of the men who controlled a lot of the narrative were in the Epstein files. So it kind of ruined a lot of my childhood for me. I'm not even going to lie to you, because I remember when I was in high school, I remember starving myself trying to be like super skinny. I remember a lot of the girls did the same thing. We just all wanted to be so skinny, and we all wanted to fit into Hollister jeans, which was honestly impossible unless you wanted to out yourself as like a size 4 or 6 or 7, because their sizes ran so small. No, it was all because of men who were pedophiles. This obsession with women shaving and always being, never having any kind of body hair and all of that. It was all rooted in pedophilia, right? So that did change a lot of my perspective and how I grew up. Even Disney, a lot of a lot of these childhood cartoons that we grew up with, a lot of the child stars who grew up and became fucked up, right? They were all somehow, in relation or related to people who were in the Epstein files as well. So, yeah, I think a lot of
points.
Yeah, that is insane to think how much impact they had on like culture, like globally. Because
so much. They had so much impact. Now the beauty standard has changed, but back then,
yeah, thankfully, that's crazy. For me, Jeremy, thank you for your $5 super chat. Says, hey David, I live in Michigan. Can you please contact your government to adopt us? We can be the province of Southern Canada or the hand of Canada. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I mean, that's the conversation we should be having. Is maybe there are some people in America that don't necessarily want to be there anymore. And right next door, there's a place called Canada. You might have just a little, not much better, but a little better in some ways.
Chris Birch says, yo, Binder, what's good, bro? Not much. What about you? This one's not even for me. It's not on my super chat list. Buttercup Ivy says, Matt, will BlackBerry return? Is clicks worth it? Are you talking about that that physical keyboard that connects to your iPhone that makes it look BlackBerry-esque. BlackBerry is not returning, but I did try out that clicks thing, and it's a cool idea. The buttons were just way too close together for my fingers, but maybe I just got big, fat fingers. I don't know.
I'm just used to this touchscreen now. Like, aren't we like way past having to go back to Blackberries?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I still
Is there an audience
probably
for
am
that
not.
still?
I still am mess up all the time when typing on a screen, but it's definitely not go. Definitely don't want to go back to physical keyboards that are that small.
No.
Not for me, but I can read it. Terabyte says Patel has been using the FBI's jets, causing a delay in the Kirk case. The Kirk case? What Kirk case? Charlie Kirk? I don't think there's any delay in that. And worse, delaying the response in the Brown mass shooting where 2 people died. Oh, you mean when it was happening? Right. I thought you meant now. I was thinking like recently his uses of jets. No, but I think you're correct. I mean, what's the how does it feel to have that image of Patel partying it up with Team USA in the midst of like the Nancy Guthrie missing person investigation? Or I didn't like someone show up at Mar-a-Lago with a gun that same day? I mean, just ridiculous to have the director of the FBI partying it up on camera like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he had important meetings there, which apparently turned out to be like 30-minute meeting, and most of his time was actually spent watching hockey. It's just.
I mean, he could have just hopped on a Zoom call. Like, I fear he didn't have to go all the way out there.
Yeah. And he's like on tape 2 years ago talking about how the FBI director at the time was like wasting money flying everywhere. It's just like these people are ridiculous.
Not to mention how his girlfriend has 24/7 private security and shit, like Secret Service and stuff on her. That man's like a huge waste of taxpayer dollars.
It's insane.
This one's to me, but also not for me. The super chat does not show up in my chat. Chris Birch again. My other chat mic got cut off. What up, Binder?
This guy's just taunting you. Jeez.
Yeah.
Kowalski says the State of the Union has filled me with optimism. Trump had no victories to boast, only the victories of others. He ran from immigration and is reacting as opposed to setting the agenda. MAGA is lost in the woods. I do think it's important. I should say it's an important point that if they're reacting as opposed to setting the agenda, that does show that they're losing. Like this is why I hate how Democrats the thing is always reacting to what the right is doing as opposed to setting the agenda. You need to make people react to you, and that is how you really generate enthusiasm and energy.
Right.
V-Man, thank you for your super chat. Sorry to say this, bud, but your Canadian national baseball team is not getting out of San Juan. But hey, your team can enjoy the beaches. I don't know anything about this, but
I don't follow the world baseball.
Yeah, I don't at all.
Yeah,
but I appreciate you letting me know.
Baseball doesn't feel like a global sport in that way.
No,
it just doesn't.
Is this
very American coded? I know it's popular in obviously
yeah, other countries play it, but it's not like it's not like the World Cup or like hockey even. Like, I mean, I would argue.
And I love
Looney
baseball.
Tunes says there was once a guy named David Doe. He turned old. His bedtime is the same as Donald J. Trump's. 9 p.m. Trump is up all night of all hours of the night tweeting, or I guess truthing.
Yeah, I was about to say he's kind of tweaked out every night. Like
I'm not sure Trump even sleeps. But
he's been less tweaked out lately, though.
This for me.
This one's probably for you or Mike.
Green Gesture says, "Hey all, anybody playing Resident Evil Requiem tonight?" No, because I'm trying to do this thing where I actually beat a game before I play a new one, and
what game
I
are you
actually
playing right
returned
now?
back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I started last year when around the time it came out. Amazing game, but I fell off of it like 70 hours. It's a super long game, like 70 hours, and I fell off of it. But I got back to it. I was surprised it wasn't that hard to get back into. Like, it's a very deep RPG with a lot of like systems. Like, it's very complex. But it wasn't hard to get back into, and I've been playing that almost exclusively for like the past month. But I do want to play Requiem at some point. I'm sure it'll. Games now, like, they actually go on sale pretty quickly after release, at least depending on the publisher. So I'm sure in like a month or two, it'll be at least $10 off. Maybe then I'll pick it up.
Sir Jervy with a Sir Jervil with a super chat, $10 super chat. Trump seems like he's been deteriorating more quickly since he can't have his reaffirming rallies anymore. Right. Yeah, he does. He's not as he still has his moments, but he's not as on it with his live performances like he used to be. Teflon Lizard with a super chat. If you're in Massachusetts, please call Governor Healy's office and let her know you do not support the state's OpenAI contract. 617-725-4005. All right. Yes. I think this one's also for me. Calibrating 770 with a super chat. I will assume that team went for pure practical reasons, having similar opinions on women as Der Führer, perhaps even interests, presidential pardons. Yeah, I think they were just a bunch of young, dumb, white, privileged athletes. Yeah. They don't even look into it like that, honestly. They didn't get it. They didn't go in to get anything out of it.
I believe this is for you, Ariana.
Happy B-Day. To quote this mural in Puerto Rico, from the ruins will spring thousands of seeds, and Puerto Rico and Palestine will be free. Yes, I love that quote. Thank you so much for the $5, V-Man 29397. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
DJ Monotonous with a super chat. Can't wait till you guys unendorse Zoran. He's a lib. I'm not unendorsing Zoran.
Brother, y'all, some leftists.
People are sorry.
No, I fear some of you leftists just literally.
It's got to be bots, right? Like
fucking life mission to be goddamn miserable. Like no one.
100%.
No one can like calling Zoran a liberal. I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna need you to. I was about to say something really mean.
I'm so. I just assume it's a troll. Like I don't even think they're real people.
Genuinely, no. This is why leftists have a reputation of being fucking insane and miserable. This is why. Because you guys are never fucking happy. You're the problem, I fear.
I feel like this is the online left people talk about, but you don't actually meet anyone like this. At least I've never personally met anyone like this kind of person.
Dude, I've had people in my comments go like, "You support Zoran? He's been working with AOC," and I'm like. Like I don't. What is that supposed? Okay, and oh my god, he's. And
I'm telling you, it's a right wing op. It's not even. Those aren't real people.
What they were talking about, literally about AOC, is him making videos with AOC and AOC speaking Spanish, telling people that their undocumented children qualify for universal health care. Like, suck my dick, bro. You're mad at that because he made a video saying that in a video. Like, what the fuck do you guys want from people at this point? I don't even know.
Yeah, but she once called Nancy Pelosi Mama Bear. So how about that, right?
Honestly, I would kill for Nancy Pelosi to be the Speaker of the House right now with the way it's going. Like
those people are ridiculous.
Kowalski with a super chat. How'd the family enjoy the snow day? NYC has been so lucky. It was pretty rough here today in Nebraska. 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Too sunny, no wind, and all the snow is gone. Just awful. Anyway, get well, Binder Dad. Thank you, Kowalski. But I'm jealous of your weather situation, apparently. Is this for
Jeremy
me?
Elwood?
No, this is not.
Jeremy Elwood says, random off topic about necessary state. Abdul Al-Said for U.S. Senate, Michigan. He should have been our governor, but let's make it right this time.
Yep.
I've not been following closely, but 100%. I remember when he was running for that previous race. But yeah, absolutely. And this is my last super chat. If I can, maybe there's a lot more. What the hell?
It's not a lot more. There's like 10
lot more after this one.
Keep coming in.
That are not for me.
Keep coming in.
We'll get them.
No, the people got David for longer than his like timestamp, and they're going crazy.
My eyes are glazing over. JD Myrtleman says, David, this is the first Thursday in 2 months since your live chat invite what is invite? Was on. Just curious why. I don't always stream on my channel simply because I know I can't stay awake. So for me to like stream on the channel and then be gone for more than half the episode while people do super chats, I just feel doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I also think it's very different audiences. Like funny enough, I actually often lose subscribers from these live streams. Not because I don't think it's because of the content necessarily. It's more that people that are on my channel are used to different kind of content and aren't used to live streams. So it's sort of like a switch up for them. But I don't know, maybe I should start like a different channel and do all the live streams there. I don't know. But I'll figure it out some way. But yeah, sometimes I'll stream on here, sometimes I won't. I streamed today because I'm here for most of it. So there you go. I'll stay a bit longer.
Not for me. Let's just read. I'm just gonna read through these all now. So
yeah, just go right through.
This fucking
DJ Monotonous. Will you guys commit to supporting Newsom if he wins the nomination and I just shit on him endlessly up until voting day? That would be cool. It's funny because like we're getting in one chat, it's like, you guys ready to unendorse Zoran because he's so lib, and the next super chat is, are you guys ready to support Gavin Newsom even though he's so lib? Listen,
like, God damn, y'all are bossier than my mom. Like, holy shit.
I've supported every Democratic nominee for president, actually. I've told people what I would do if I was them and voting. And I've told people what I myself was doing with my vote. Just
the idea of talking about it now is ridiculous to me. Like, are you going to support it now before 3 years before there's even a primary? Like, fuck off. Like,
but also that way of going about it does not work. You can't be like to someone who doesn't know who to vote for, well, you better vote for Gavin Newsom, otherwise you're a piece of shit. You know,
yeah, it's like, how about we make it like this is not how demands work. You can't demand things when you already give in to something. Like, just stop. It's enough.
This is how demands work. Is frying me.
All right, what's next? Robert Stack with a super chat.
Yeah, let's go a little quicker through.
Did you see the Vince McMahon body cam footage? Thoughts? I did see it. My thoughts are that an 80-year-old man should not be driving 100 miles per hour in a sports car. They shouldn't be driving at all. They definitely shouldn't be driving in a sports vehicle that could go that fast, and they shouldn't be driving that fast.
Especially with a face like that.
That's great.
I don't know why he did that to his face. He was...
Does he still have that mustache where it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, he's...
Oh, God.
Yeah. I get carried away 90 with a super chat. I feel so weird about our clothes growing up. That's not for me. I don't know what that's in reference to. Tokyo Hans with a super
they're
chat.
talking about the Abercrombie and Fitch in Hollister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tokyo Hans with a super chat. This one is for me. Since it's my birthday tomorrow, my time, please enjoy this reverse present. Also, I don't want you to lose to Mike. Also, did you put your kids to work shoveling, or was there an age limit to that Mamdani job scheme? In my opinion, bring back child labor. I mean, when you live in an apartment, the only thing you got to dig out is your car if you have a car. Otherwise, you don't do any digging, really.
On the shoveling. Sorry, I was gonna say on the shoveling thing, Ariana, my mom like re-Instagrammed your tweet about like, I don't know where she saw it, but I check her Instagram stories and it's, hey, I know her.
Aww. That tweet went really viral, like super mega viral.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, like it was reposted by a bunch of like really famous people too. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
But happy birthday, Tokyo Hans.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
ABS Anonymous Bastard says, where's Mike? He took the night off. He had to do some things with he's rearranging or redoing his studio. So that's where Mike is. Jay Myrtleman says, respect, love you. Thanks so much,
Thank you.
JD Thank Myrtleman.
Thank you.
04 NG Snake with a super chat. Binder, why do you block supporters for opinions? What? I don't block anybody. I never block anybody.
I don't block people. Him.
Oh, I block
people. Right. I don't even block people on Twitter, which I haven't been on.
That's
in like
insane.
months.
You don't? I probably block like 20 people today on Twitter.
I don't block anybody ever.
I've been tweeting a lot about the hockey stuff though, so you can imagine some of the responses I've been getting. But you should definitely block. It makes things so much better.
Just too much, Steven, to give people that. JD Myrtleman again with respect, you rock to someone.
Thank you.
$20 super chat. Come As You Are Art says, my mom made the same point about the marketing towards young girls and felt vindicated that she never let me shop at those stores. Yeah, Ariana, has someone else had that take, or have you made a video about that? I think it's really interesting.
I had a mutual kind of make a video. Well, I read an article about it, and then I had another mutual, and then a bunch of creators have made videos on it. No, this is a pretty well-known take, to be honest.
I haven't been paying.
I
Much
hadn't heard. I didn't know.
Like
Like,
yeah,
but I hadn't been reading too deeply into all of it, but.
It's like one of those shorter form things where like a lot of shorter form content creators have been talking about it.
Like I know obviously there's been a lot written and analyzed about that sort of marketing and what girls and women were being told was how they should look during that time period. But the Epstein angle with this, like you said, the friggin' Victoria's Secret founder or whatever was BFFs with Epstein. I mean, that's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was all rooted in pedophilia, unfortunately.
Yeah. Catalyst 187 with a super chat. Thank you for all your work. Did you all cover Snowball Gate in our Mamdani stand? Ramadan Mubarak. Oh, that was... I don't even want to get into it. It was so dumb. Really quick. There was a big old snowball fight in Washington Square Park. A bunch of cops showed up for reasons that I don't know. I think I saw that they were showing up because people were throwing snowballs off the roof of the building or one of the buildings nearby or something. I'm not sure though, but people started throwing snowballs at the cops. It was a whole big thing. The cops did not play along. The police and right-wing media jumped on this to attack Mamdani, who basically said, people should not be throwing snowballs at cops, but he also didn't think it like rose to like criminality.
I saw some hilarious memes come out of it though. Like I saw like the you know the meme with the cop and the fentanyl, and it's like, oh, there's fentanyl on that snowball, and the cop's like laid out on the ground.
Well, I saw like those urban legends that scare parents for like Halloween about like, watch out, someone's spiking the candy, or there might be needles and you're bobbing for apples or whatever, like ridiculous things that that's never happened.
Yeah.
I saw that shit spread for this. I saw conservatives on Facebook in like local groups saying like, oh, I heard they packed rocks inside those snowballs. It's like, no, they didn't. What are you talking about? I saw one person say they put glass in the snowballs. No one put fucking glass or rocks in snowballs.
People are so ridiculous.
Austin Dries with a $20 super chat. Hey, Binder. I am 35 and live in Dallas, Texas with my husband. I've never been to New York. What is the one thing to see, do from your perspective? Left is best. Get out of Texas. So one thing to do.
Just walk around New York City.
Yeah.
As someone not from there who's been there a couple times, I could live there if I was American.
People watching is fantastic. You don't want to go to Times Square. I mean, I get it if you've never been to New York. I mean, there's that draw to do the touristy thing and just go.
Central Park to me is like probably one of the most beautiful places.
Yeah, Central Park. If you depending on what time of the year you go, like Rockefeller Center. There's tons of things, and these are all like free and somewhat touristy.
And take the subway, like go around, like see, like Brooklyn. Yeah. I love walking around Brooklyn. Like there's just, I don't know, especially if you like consume media like I have over my life. Like just there's New York and everything. So when you actually go there, it's just like, wow, this is Law and Order. Just like,
get food. That's New York City. Get any type of food you can think of. The food, just go for it. Just whatever you're into. If you have some like a more specific and really want, I'll be happy to send you something. DJ Monotonous with a super chat. I mean, Zoran is our lib and he's based. You sound mad. I don't think he's a lib.
I wouldn't call Zoran a lib.
No.
This is for
Jeremy.
me.
Go
Jeremy
ahead.
Elwood. F Newsom.
Uh-oh.
There's a fight in the chat now. I concur with that, actually.
DJ Monotonous says, would you support a lib Zionist or Vance or none? I just said, if he's talking presidential election, like this person's trying to like really rock the boat. But I mean, I voted for Biden in 2020. That's the lib Zionist I voted for. to defeat Trump.
I also really feel like this time it's really actually going to be different. Like again, if there's an election, let's set that standard first. But I do feel like the Democratic Party base has fucking had it.
Yeah,
they've had it.
I voted for Harris, Biden, Obama.
Yeah,
whatever you needed to. They needed like in the primaries is a different story, but when facing the Republicans,
I think out of the primaries, it's going to be a better option.
Yeah. Tokyo Han says Matt admitted it. He supported every Democratic candidate, even Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Davis is crazy.
Well, I supported him to defeat the Republicans.
Why would you commit to Newsom? Bad leftist. Okay, let's just run through the last. Would you commit to the Dem nominee no matter who?
I already did. Yes, I've said that.
After I criticized Hassan, you blocked me. Check and see.
I never have blocked you on where.
That's just fighting for his life right now.
Also, no, guys, knowing Bender, he's not blocking it. I'm the one blocking people. He's not blocking anybody.
Hassan Piker, I've criticized Hassan myself.
Nah, Hassan's a perfect human being. Nothing wrong.
Is there any
I actually think Hassan's awesome. Like going from. I watched TYT back when Hassan was like first appearing on TYT, and he was terrible. Like I'm like terrible. Every time he showed up on the TYT second hour, it was like they had nobody else. They would put him on like a Friday. Yeah, it was like a Thursday or Friday, like second hour, just like second half hour, just horrible in every way. And then he's earned where he is now. Like he's very good at what he does. He's improved in every way possible.
Like we all started off horrible. Like I look at my first TikToks and I'm like, ooh, I could have never posting this.
My first YouTube videos are terrible.
It's okay.
But they have to be. You know,
Hassan was like a very specific type of horrible though. It was like frat boy trying really hard type vibe.
Oh, it was frat. I remember him giving a recommendation for a porn site during one of the episodes.
Did he really?
He was unhinged back then.
It was terrible. Like it was not even just his takes. He was like hard to listen to. Like it was just not a good orator.
We love he's grown a lot, I will say.
Yeah. Anyways, look at that. I made it to the end.
Oh wait, there's one more. There's one more super chat.
There's not.
Fred J. Walsh says Anders Lee here tweeted, "We need Eric Adams to make a video of all the dangerous things a child can fit inside a snowball." Cheers. That'd be pretty good. Really quick on Twitch. This is gonna be 2 seconds.
Funny
Fizzy Drinks gave out 5 community gift subs. Thank you so much. Joey Bag of Donuts resubscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 16 months. Thank you so much. He says, yo. Rude Dog 2525 resubscribe Prime. They've been subscribed for 30 months. Thank you so much. And Cfong 12,000 subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much.
There's one more. Hassan is awesome. Holy shit, you are cooked. He lies constantly and thinks China is better than US. Okay.
My guy, you're literally paying us money to shit on us. Like you realize that we get the money you send to get highlighted comments,
Here you go.
right? Like I don't.
China is better. China is better. He's
not in every way, but in a number of ways.
Not in every way.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's one more.
Also, I'm checking that guy right now to see if they're banned from my. Who is this? Where do you even see who's blocked from your? I can't even find it because I don't even use.
It's like buried somewhere. I don't know. Catalyst says, shout out to engaging locally. Years ago, you spoke at a city council hearing about police community relations. I was working and was hyped. You were too. Who's this too?
Not sure. Not me, though.
This guy keeps paying money to say we're cooked.
Oh, he said, you guys are so
Do it again. This time, go to my channel, therationalnational.com, and send a super chat to tell me that I'm cooked. Because currently, I'm not yet cooked because you haven't told me that yet with your super chat.
He's literally sending it all to Matt. Matt's made like $10 off of this.
Please tell me I'm cooked on my channel with your super chat.
I'm looking through my banned user list, and all I see is moderators have banned like accounts like Naked HD Fun, best adult dating site, like spam, like obvious spam.
Maybe that's him. That's him.
Maybe I'm looking. I don't see what is this person's What's your username again?
I gotta get off.
Because I don't block nobody. I'll figure it out. Send me your username again, and I'll make sure you're not on the list. But I don't block.
This was supposed to be an hour episode. We're at 2
All right,
hours.
well,
this is actually when the show's supposed to end.
happens every
10:30.
single time.
Who are we rating on
Extended now
Twitch?
to like 12. But I will mention, anyone's still here, I'm going to be on the Rachel Gilmore show tomorrow, live stream.
Congratulations!
At 12. So come check me out on Rachel Gilmore stream. It'll be fun.
Nice.
We'll be talking. We'll definitely talking the hockey stuff. I'm not sure what else, but yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Well, we're all going right.
Who are we rating on Twitch? Do you even use Twitch?
I don't even go on it.
Oh, hold on. Before you close it, hold on. Let me just raid someone really quick.
I'm gonna leave. You can end the stream. Good.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye. I'm just rating. I'll rate Dylan Burns. I haven't rated Dylan Burns in a long time.
Sounds good. All right, I gotta go. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm just waiting for. I'm looking for your name here. I don't know why you're there. 04 NG Snake. What is it? I don't see you. I literally just see like spam bots and stuff. Is your username just 04NG Snake? Or would it show up as something else? I don't see it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. Nope. Don't see you. Just a bunch of spam bots. Show me what it says when you try to I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I will approve you. Maybe that'll help. 04NG Snake. Let me try that. I need to know your YouTube channel name? What? I don't know. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I'm trying to figure this out. 04NG Snake. But I don't think I'm going to figure it out tonight. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a great night. Peace. I left and forgot to end the stream. All right, now